It's your greatest fear. It makes you live through it.
Ooh, scary.
What are you doing?
Gotta get better someday.
Even there!
Let's play a game.
All right, this is Color Commentary, where we give you views from, I can't use that on, views from a different side. This is your host, Mr. Sam Guthrie, all the way from Kentucky. And here is my co-host, Mr. Smooth himself, Mr. Roberto DaCosta. What's happening, Roberto?
What's going on? What's going on, brother? Yeah, you know what I like to do. I get hot. I get so hot, I turn black. That's my power. But you know what? This movie trash, so we don't even need to be acting like we want to be characters of this thing. So I think we just need to go ahead and get into this. But let's go. My name is Chuck Taylor here, guys. And yes, please subscribe, like us, watch us on all our platforms when we get there. But I'm ready to kind of get past this. I think Disney was ready too. That's so they dropped it like right when nobody knew it was gonna come out. So let's get past this New Mutants as quick as possible.
Yeah, everybody was like, "Oh, you know, New Mutants came out, right? What? Yeah, it came out last week. What? Wait, really? Nah. Yeah, it did. Yeah, so." Yeah, so the non-spoiler review is basically don't go see this movie. It is very bad in numerous ways. And one of my main problems is with the casting in this movie. But we'll get into that. So, spoiler. All right, Mr. Chuck Taylor. Go ahead. Give us the spoiler review on New Mutants.
Yeah, guys, I've seen some pitiful movies. This has got to be like one of my.
I've never heard you describe a movie as being pitiful. I heard you say it was bad or boring, but pitiful.
This was so bad. Like, I don't know how much money they spent on this movie, but they need to refund everybody for the time. Like this movie. To be the type of movie that's like a major production type of movie, not like, hey, somebody just don't have enough money and they're just like, you know, writing the scripts, like, you know, not one of the little movies that you see found at like the dollar store or stuff like that. But it's like, you know, a major, you know, Fox. You know, when Fox is around, this is their big bread and butter. They were putting money in this thing. So yeah, it was just like,
right.
It was boring. I mean, like they talk like 85% of the movie is just slow and boring, and like nothing really connects to anything. I couldn't really stand the cast did not go well together at all. One thing they were a lot older to me than what they were supposed to be, like, you know, teenagers and stuff. They all look like grown people, like they're like 28. you know, nobody really looked like a kid. Even the girl off Game of Thrones, like. You know, I thought I was hyped that she was in the movie because I liked her in Game of Thrones.
The
wolf,
one was that? Was that Magic Dog?
Oh, no, really? The one that turns into the little stupid wolf. Dog. Yeah, she turns into a dog.
Dog bang.
Like, I thought she turned into a wolf. Like, wasn't she like a werewolf in the comics or something? Or she just turned into a wolf? Is that what she did?
Yeah.
She turned into a wolf?
Well, she could be both. She could turn into a wolf and she could turn into a werewolf as well.
Okay, I guess they didn't have the budget for the werewolf part. Yeah, they did not
have the budget.
Yeah, so yeah, they didn't have that. So yeah, I was very disappointed. I felt like however long that movie was a waste of my life. You know, it wasn't scary. Like it had like one like kind of jumpy part. And I think it was like when somebody turned around, like those little like the thing was like right in their face. The little scary mask people. But other than that, like I thought the mask people with the little fingers and little scary mouths and stuff, I thought they were like, okay, they're gonna be like chasing people, but they were like walking off slow to people like little mummies. I'm like who can't beat y'all? They got powers, guys. Like y'all ain't even like
they
y'all
literally
trying to
have powers.
Like they have powers. Like they can like blow people up and shoot them and teleport. Like these things aren't really hard to kill. So I'm like, I was a little disappointed with the villains or bad dreams that they were having, like not really being very threatening. So yeah, it wasn't good. It just wasn't good. There's really no way to put it. The last 15 minutes was probably the most exciting part of the movie when the magic girl like finally went ham and like stopped running scared and was like teleporting and killing people with her little sword arm, and she had her little dragon. You know, that was kind of cool. It still wasn't any match for the bear, because that bear like was gonna kill everybody. I'm kind of with the doctor, where the person is talking about she needs to die. Yeah, she probably didn't need to make it through the end of the movie. Her power was a little too much. She's like, yeah, we just gonna go ahead and take you out. It's like
Magic. You thought her power was too much?
Not Magic. The girl, the wolf thing. Whatever her name is.
Her name is Mirage. Danielle Moonstar.
Yeah, Moonstar. Yeah, that was the correct call with her. Go ahead and take her out. Like she don't need. Like nah. Right. I don't need to be having nobody that can just turn my worst nightmare to real to try to kill me, and they can't stop until like they wake up and they don't know how to control their powers. Like this thing is, just think, what if she fell asleep in a hotel room, like in a hotel, and it's like full of people? They just in the room, just getting killed by their nightmares over and over again. Like she take everybody out. Just don't. She can't fall asleep. Yeah, she needs to die. That's too much. So I was with her when she was like, yeah, we're gonna put you to sleep.
It's like the opposite of Freddy Krueger. It's like when you fall asleep, Freddy attacks you. When she falls asleep, then she attacks you. So yeah.
So yeah, that's my spiel, guys. It was some work. So those don't check it out. I wouldn't even watch it when it comes out free somewhere.
Bro, this movie was nothing. Like you said, it was pitiful. I think that's a good explanation, because there's a lot of movies that you see. Like, let's go back to Hellboy for a second, and you can get that little cake that you see Bart Simpson has that says, "At least they tried." You know, like, did they try? Did they really try? Because this movie was such a disappointment, man. It was, like you said, it was boring. It's like nothing really happened. Nothing happened that mattered, you know? And the choice, once I understood what New Mutants was about, as a comic book person myself, I began to understand, hey, this could actually be something, you know, because you got to look at each character. You know, so Danielle Moonstar, she has the ability to manifest your dreams, okay? Your worst nightmares, you know, make them come at you. I don't think they have real form, though. I don't think she makes them physical. I think it's just, you know, something that you see, you know. And then she is, something happened that she got involved with the demon bear, you know. So there's this bear that's like attacking her, you know. So it ends up like, you know, attacking the whole New Mutants group, you know. And then look at Wolfsbane. Okay, her part character's not that interesting, but Magique, like, she's interesting. She's actually Colossus's sister. Okay, now really? Her character definitely, that's Colossus's sister, and her character definitely should have been explored over the course of 2 movies, not 1, because number 1, she starts out as a child. If this movie had been good, then it would have been good to go and see. They're like, this movie ain't gonna be good. Let's just put it all together in one. Magique has the ability to teleport. So first of all, she started out as a child, right? And then somehow she ended up going to the limbo dimension, which is like hell. And then she stayed there. When she came back, she was like an older teenager. And when she came back, she had the powers of hell and all that type of stuff. So right now, I would have been happy with just her using her teleportation powers. That alone is pretty awesome. I mean, being able to because she's not like Nightcrawler. She can teleport other people as well.
Okay. Now I'm saying like Nightcrawler or something.
Yeah. But Nightcrawler can only teleport himself. She can teleport other people, so that alone is pretty cool. But her also being involved in hell and having the armor and the sword and everything, and she's like, oh, what did she say? I went to the other place and came back or something. It's like a lot.
yeah. There's a lot to digest. A lot to digest with no actual context of what's happening. It's like just these random people are just here, and just I'm like, if you got this type of power, how does that little force field stop you? Right. Like I don't understand. Like I don't see how she had too much power to be on the show. Like she seems like she could just took out the teacher and just went and did her own thing anytime she wanted to, or just teleported across it.
Pretty much, she gets teleport into hell and then teleport on the other side of it, and problem solved. Yeah. Now, let me get to the casting though. I thought her casting was really good. She looked like her, but Cannonball, bro, let me tell you, I look more like Sam Guthrie wearing this hoodie and this derm hat than the old boy from Stranger Things. That is not at all what Sam Guthrie looks like. Sam Guthrie is a tall, slanky white dude, blonde-haired dude. That's what he looks like. He doesn't look anything like the guy. He's kind of stubby a little bit. Yeah. It's just that he didn't look like Sam Guthrie at all. I wouldn't. If you didn't tell me what movie this was, I wouldn't have been able to guess his character.
I think they just try to find people that had a following and try to just cast him in the movie, because he had a following with Stranger Things, and old girl had a following with what is it? The Dragon.
Game of Thrones.
So I mean, that will bring a few hundred people to watch the movie. Because they want to check these people out. So, but other than that,
because I'm sure there's nobody. There's no blonde-headed white dudes that have a following.
None of those. They couldn't find them on the Disney Channel.
Right. And then, bro, the budget in this movie is so disappointing as it pertains to Cannonball and Wolfsbane. So Cannonball's thing is that he was in Kentucky, right? And he got trapped in a cave-in, And so what ended up happening is that he ended up manifesting his mutant power, and it blew them out because he has the ability to fly. And when he flies, he creates this indestructible force field around him, so he can just plow into stuff. So that's how he got everybody out. And even though he saved everybody's life, they all looked at him like there was something wrong with him, because obviously he's a mutant. It doesn't matter if you got superpowers or not, we hate you. So how they did him, the only time I saw him fly, didn't he spin around in a circle?
Yeah, he went around. He had a rope, and he just goes in circles for like a little. What's some little merry-go, them little things you play at the park when you spin it real fast and go, your friend just hang on. You just hang on each side. Yeah, little merry-go-round. Yeah, he just going around like a little merry-go-round like he at the park. I'm like, what is this? This is ridiculous.
We used to play a game called Tetherball.
Tetherball. Yeah, there you go. That is like Tetherball. Yeah, we did it. Back in elementary school.
Goes around. That's what he was doing.
That's basically what he did all day. That was his playtime. So,
bruh. Yeah. And then going back to Wolfsbane, it's like they obviously had no budget to be able to cast her, because yes, she can turn into a wolf, but she can also turn into a werewolf. And at no point did they do anything that was reasonably a werewolf. I think she had long fingernails.
She had fingernails. She scratched the lady. She scratched the lady.
Right. She basically had the powers of self-defense.
Oh gosh, self-defense power.
Right, yeah, that's a mutant ability. And then Roberto da Costa, your character. Roberto. Why the director, he pissed off so many people on this because Roberto da Costa is black. Now he's Hispanic, but he's also black.
Yeah, he's like around black.
Yeah, and the fact that they decided to just go ahead and cast him as a white dude, and then the director was like, "Oh, I wanted to find a person that gave you the impression that he was rich." Really? Is that what we're doing?
Oh, that's what. Oh, that's what sucks so bad. Hope he never works again.
Yeah. And then the doctor is also black. She's also black Hispanic. And it's like, nah, we not. So they just undid all of that. I know people are pissed because you're taking all these white characters and making them black, but all of them characters have always been white. So we can have some black ones. We've got like 5 black characters. Don't take any of them away.
It's like when you look at like those big murals of all the superheroes from each universe, from like DC and Marvel's, like, there's a black guy, there's a black girl. Oh, they're black. I know they're in a costume, but they're black in that costume over there.
Right.
See, her hair is black, so that's 5 out of 700 people. Okay, I think that's it. I think. Oh, I see an arm. That's a brown arm. I think we got another one back there in the back. Like, that's how we gotta look for.
He just died in the last comic book, so he don't count no more.
Yeah, most of them know. So yeah, it's like yeah. All right, I'm not done with this.
This movie was disappointing, and it was the X-Men movies were already going down bad, other than Deadpool. And this was just, I mean, the X-Men movie started out so well. X2 is genuinely a very good movie.
Really
to
good.
me, X2 still, as you know, is as good as the Marvel movies, you know. But this is trash. So I'm done with this. If you agree with what we said, then just put all the comments in the world, and make sure you give us a like for this terrible movie. As usual, you've got to subscribe to survive. This, of course, is Color Commentary, where we give you views. Bro, I don't even feel like doing it.
Side.